Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manodishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swam Rupapadamahyam Dadati Swatalantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Pujita Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavashta Sri Rupam Sadhajatam Sahajana Radinatha Sajivam Sadhvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahajana Lalita Sri Vishakamitasya Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhe Dīnabandhe Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kante Radha Kante Namastute Tatta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishulhana Sute Devi Pranamai Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Tika Sindhubhya Evicha Patitanam Pavanebhya Vaishnavabhya Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So we are gathered together in front of the deities, Kishore Kishoriji, Gaur Nitai, Jagannath Subhadra Baldev, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj, and the whole disciplic succession and the devotees. So what you are going to promise me today, they are all the witnesses. For the second initiates, they will be reconfirming the vows and they have to speak up what I asked them. So, the first initiates, generally we give them instructions in preventing any offenses in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, because this is the most efficient way to become transcendent, or coming out from the bodily conception of life. The holy name is filled with transcendental potencies. These potencies are not available through any other means in this Kali Yuga, only through the holy name. So, the holy name is the root cause of our development of devotional service. At the same time, it is ending up. And the holy name means the personality of Godhead also. They belong that holy name. So there should not be any difference between the name and one who possesses the name. Both are identical. Both are transcendental, filled with all the potencies which we call Satchidananda potency, and it transports our material nature, convert it into spiritual nature and performance of the devotional service. So, what are these offenses? Offenses cannot happen just like that. They are the mature fruit of our ignorance. Ignorance, then what we call anarthas and aparadhas. So ignorance about the holy name, ignorance of the efficacy of the holy name, we can perceive because that is the direct experience one has to, observe. If we do not know the significance of the holy name, efficacy of the holy name will not be known. Because it's a cardinal verdict in the Shastras that in Kali Yuga nothing is going to work except the holy name of Lord Shri Krishna. And we need to put up our faith on that. That anything that has to help us to elevate ourselves into the spiritual existence, then the holy name is so efficient, we have to perceive the efficiency of the holy name. So, If we have a very materialistic understanding, the holy name will take time to make us understand. But if we become available with faith to the holy name will reveal us. So, because it's very sensitive, it reciprocates. Krishna reciprocates, so his holy name also reciprocates. So, in our sincerity, with a committed number, with determination that we will chant that number in the, throughout the day, and it's a daily function, then refrain from four regulative principles of liberation. We have to perform by refraining in those activities which are pushing us into the animalistic life. So, four principles are of liberation. Then we see, what are these? What is ignorance hanging around about the holy name? Everybody has a name, but it's not accident that we give the name to the new arrival of a living entity. We give nomenclature, identification of the holy name. In all the religious traditions, they have been giving or conferring the holy name to the newborn. Right? But again, there is a stumbling block. If we have material nature, we think we are giving the name to the body. But no, we are giving the name to the living entity who is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And he is called soul. And the name has to be given. Right? So the first time the name is given, again it's a religious name, but still one has to receive the holy name for some meaningful nature of the living entity, that you may imbibe such a character. And these names are, again, they belong to Supreme Personality of Godhead and His energy. So the ladies get the energy on the female aspect, and the male gets on male aspect. A few years back, he was initiated in Naperville, right? And he got a name of Kishore Kishori here. So you belong here. So I'm the same. So what is the efficacy of the holy name? Efficacy means efficiency. The holy name is very efficient in producing the result. If we take very sincerely the meaning we are calling for, that should be a very sincere utterance of the holy name. Otherwise, we are habituated to vibrate, lashing our tongue. Even sometimes we take the holy name in frustration, but it doesn't mean anything. We blame him in frustration, but people there, God, that's good. As if it's all falls out of him. Anyway, the efficiency or the efficacy of the holy name, according to Haridas Thakur, is that because holy name is a means of potentializing the effect. If you take accidentally the holy name, it has some effect. But if you take purposely, knowing the the spiritual nature of the holy name, then there is a different effect. But if you take the same holy name out of love of Godhead, that has a different effect. So we need to practice and understand the efficiency of the holy name. If we do not understand this efficacy of the holy name, it acts like a mist. It acts like a mist. Mist is happening in the absence of sunlight. The holy name is like sun. It diffuses its light even in the morning, but the mist is coming out after in the absence of sunlight. So it takes time to come out from the so-called little ignorance of the mist. Rest assured, if you chant the holy name, it acts like sunshine and it will dissipate the mist. If we continue the misty nature of the material understanding and we do not come out from it, because we don't take holy name, that will develop into anarthas, unwanted things in our life. And that has to be eradicated. So they are acting like thick clouds. And clouds also move by the effect of the sunlight. So either you choose come out from the shade of the cloud or stay there and soon the cloud will be moved. It cannot stay at one place. So our anarthas are like that. They are stuck with us. But when we chant holy name in association with the devotees, it will be easy to eradicate the anarthas. Those who are harboring anarthas and do not take care of them, then they will develop into aparadhas. Aparadhas are dark ignorance, where there is absence of sunlight altogether, no clouds, nothing. And they are very dangerous. The aparadhas are manifestations of our total ignorance about the efficacy of the holy name. And therefore, if we are able to understand these aparadhas and refrain from committing it, then we have a better chances to chant purely without offense. So there are 10 enumerated, 10 aparadhas are enumerated for the first initiates, and second initiate, they know it, so they have to reconfirm. That's the only difference. But they will be given after the Gayatri mantras for more grilling exercises, 3 times a day and everything. So, because they want to advance and engage in deity worship, it must be, conferred. So, there are 10 aparadhas. The first and foremost aparadha is to blaspheme a devotee who has dedicated his life in propagating the holy name of the Lord. This is direct offense on the holy name. Direct. Because holy name can be only propagated by its own potency. So unless and until some devotee who has been instrumental to preach us and encourage us in chanting Hare Krishna, then we are obligated to him. Because such a gift and such an imparting the holy name and make us chant will be a very great boon that is befalling on us. And if we neglect and blaspheme that devotee or any devotee for that sake, because they are all being supported by the holy name. Devotional service begins from the holy name and it ends also in the holy name. It's the root of everything. So, if we have this nature of blasphemy, what it means to criticize somebody, because he is propagating the holy name, it shows envious nature. Envious nature. And those who are envious of devotee or Lord Krishna, the holy name is so sensitive that it withdraws its mercy altogether on the offender. So, Bahu Janma Yadi Kare Shravana Kirtana Tabatana Paya Krishna Pade Premata. And many lifetimes, keep on chanting, it has no effect. Unless and until he rectifies this offense himself. And Vyasa Muni also committed that offense and he had to rectify. Even Krishna will not help him, even Sudarshan Chakra will not help him. He was in a complete precarious situation and it taught him the lesson to by smashing his false ego. So he had to fall down at Ambarish Maharaj's lotus feet and beg his pardon that he has committed such an offense and please save him. So we have to be extremely careful not to commit. The first offense is also corollary to the Vaishnava aparadh. Anybody who is chanting Hare Krishna is a Vaishnava and is not deserving any criticism. And because he is not envious, he will not retaliate either for his protection. He will go away from that. Because he doesn't want the holy name to be disturbed. So he moves out from there. And if somebody is witnessing this kind of aparadh being committed, then he had to either get out from there or go and fight with the offender. He will cut off his tongue, those who are offender, beat him up, whatever it may require, and say the offended devotee. That is his duty. Anyway, people out of ignorance, they do, but ignorance is no excuse. One must know. So we have to refrain from committing the first offense, that is the foremost offense, which will be considered to be devastating offense. The second offense is to consider the names of demigods and like Lord Shiva, Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. What is equal and what is independent? Vishnu or Krishna is the root cause of all the living entities. So they are subservient to the Creator. And they cannot be equated with him. They are not origin. Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Daivatam Samatvena Vikyeta Sapakhandu Bhavitvam. Samatva means, they are all equal. They are all gods. What's a big deal? Well, only one God is there. There cannot be multiple gods. It means you are not knowing what is what. And your ignorance cannot be an excuse to commit an offense. Right? So, everyone has been generated from the source, that is Krishna. अहम सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भाव समन्विता. Intelligent person understand that there is only one source. If you say, oh, it is Brahman, but Krishna said, Brahmano hi pratisthaham, I'm the main support of the Brahman. Brahman is existing because of me. Then who can claim? Somebody has to claim if he is equivalent, but there is none. No personalities like the demigods, even Brahma, Shiva, nobody has ever claimed that he has created. Nobody claims. Nobody is writing their own Bhagavad Gita if they are Bhagavan. Who has ever written? So why don't we have a good discriminating intelligence to reveal the truth for ourselves if we cannot help others, but at least we should be convinced that there is only one truth. Sat ekam vipra bahudha vananti. Because it has many facets, but it is only one. If you describe one facet, it doesn't change the source of that sat. It's like diamond having many facets. Somebody may be able to look only at one facet, but it's a multiple facets. So Krishna is having all multiple facets and characteristics. So one cannot equate the basis of say familiarity or little knowledge. It is very dangerous. And that's why they do not progress in their life in spiritual emancipation, realization, or liberation even for that sake. So, Yastu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Devatam Samatvena Vikhyeta Sapakandi. You become a hypocrite if you persist on that. What is a hypocrite? He doesn't know the truth, but yet he professes that he knows everything. So, the third offense is to disobey the orders of spiritual master. Spiritual master has only one business, to disseminate the spiritual understanding so our life can be right on the track. He doesn't give other material adjustments. No. Spirituality is only available to those who are trying to rise above the humanity. Humanity is nature of the human to be benevolent, but to become spiritual is more important than only cultivate the humane nature. Human nature gets you on the bodily conception of life, but real humanity is by becoming so benevolent, go beyond the bodily conception of life and establish the spiritual connections with the Supreme. That is the highest form of evolution of humankind. All right? So, spiritual master has only the business to give spiritual instruction that will uplift you, coming out from the base material modes and establishing transcendental modes. The fourth offense, fifth offense, and sixth offense, these three offenses are committed generally by either ignorant people they don't know, or those who have learned so much in material aspect only. Now, they have no entry into spiritual understanding. So they can blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. They can consider this chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is just like imagination. And the third thing, they start giving some mundane interpretation, a different meaning. They have no authority to enter into that realm when they are bereft of the spiritual understanding. So these three offenses are generally done by materially educated person, agnostic, and they become rationalist and whatnot and come into confrontation all the time, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. The aim of Vedic literature is to realize the absolute truth. And absolute truth is not impersonal, it is personal. The highest expression of the absolute truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Others are giving partial. So one cannot challenge. And that's why so many sutras have been written so condensedly, and Vyasa ended up explaining himself because even his students were difficult to expand them. Right? Only Adi Shankara and the subsequent Shankaracharyas that are produced, they think they have unalienable right to expand, whatever producer Acharya has said. How long can you expand? Adi Shankara wrote 12 verses giving instructions in Bhaja Govindam, and subsequent Shankaracharyas, they are coming in the line, they are reading one or two verses themselves, and now it has become so long and boring. What Adi Shankara has said, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mudhamate, Samprapta Sannihite Kave, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukkam Karane. So this is the clue, and that they think they are superior. One assumes the position of Jagat Guru, and they never step out of India. How could they be Jagat Guru? And everybody cannot accept impersonalism. Atheism is equivalent to the impersonalist. They are actually atheists. So, Advaita Siddhanta means there is no difference between him and me. Aham Brahmasmi. No, our identity, Daso. Some bombs are going on. So, Dasoham Asmi, this is our true ego. I'm servant of the maintainer of the gopis. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us, Naham vipro chamarpatim napi vaishyo na sudro, Naham varni chamahagrapatim na vanastho yatirva, Kinta prodhyam nikhila parmanandam purnamrutabde gopi bhartu padakamalayo dasa dasa dasan das. Don't claim yourself that you are servant of Krishna. No, you are servant of the servant of Krishna. Don't try to put yourself directly in association with Krishna. That is rude. Just like there is a line standing and you want to bypass everybody and stand in front of everybody. Come on, you will be kicked out from there. One has to learn how to stay in line. Why there is 108 number existing over our predecessor Acharya. Ashtattara Sata Shishiman. Why? Because there are gopis. The chief gopis. There are 8. But then all the Sakhis and Manjaris are there. So the chief 108. And one who is engaged in internal bhajan after regulated bhajan, then they have to take that tutelage from the Sakhis and another. That is what we call in eternal bhajan. Right now we have not entered. We are just beginning. You initiate this process. Come out from the restrictions that are levied upon, then become liberated. And then, after liberation, internal bhajan will start. Not before. Not before. So we have to be respectful to the process. We can't violate. Krishna is telling, that this process is perfect, but it has to be performed stage-wise. Pratyaksha avagamam dharmam susukham kartum avyayam. Avagamam means stage-wise performance, not haphazard. If you jump like monkey, then you will fall and break your back. No, we are not monkeys. We have to grow stepwise. Of course, in other words, chanting Hare Krishna is working like elevators, and the Ashtanga Yoga system is like just going stepwise one. That is the different comparison. Asti eko mahadguna means there is only one good quality in this Kali Yuga, and that is Kirtanadev Krishnasya. And still, we are taking that process so seriously that it will happen, but do not rush. No rush is fool's rush, where the angels fear to tread. You are all angels. Always remain fearful. Make sure that if you are developing and that stage, maintain it, sustain it, then you will be able to make a progress. So it's a gradual process, not jumping around business like monkeys. Educated people, they think there is no necessity. Okay, what is the necessity then? I had a cousin, and she was one standard ahead of me because she happened to be my elder. 1.5 year difference. So she was doing masters in language, and Gujarati and Sanskrit, they were two important languages for her. And one time I was visiting, and I saw on her table Srila Rupa Goswami's Vidagdha Madhav and Lalit Madhav, two dramas about Radha Krishna Leela. Right? I said, how dare you get this? Are you chanting Hare Krishna? He says, no. These are your subjects in masters? He said, yes. Do you think this is an intellectual titillation? He says, because we are scholars, we have accessibility. I said, hell with you guys. I chastise her. This is a devotional treatise, it's not a novel. How do you reach to the sentiments of Rupa Goswami? So educated people, they advantageously, commit this kind of offense. To think chanting Hare Krishna is imagination. All these people here are imagining. Hey, you are imagining, huh? Are you imagining chanting Hare Krishna? No! You are factually doing. When the holy name is on your tongue, Prabhupada said, Krishna dances on your tongue. Is it an imagination? You cannot see, that's why you think it is imagination. But Prabhupada's vision is perfect. Rhythmic chanting, so much important. Maintain the speed. It's rhythm. Don't go 80 miles an hour. Forget it. You will meet accidents there. Be within the limit. So we have been given a very methodical approach how to chant, and it should be moderate speed. That you say you should take 7 to 8 minutes per round. You listen. Do you think hearing is most important than chanting? Yes, without hearing, your chanting is a failure. Okay? So, cultivate that habit to make yourself aware all the time and keep your ears with rapt attention, that let the holy name go through your eardrum and enter into the heart. So, bhavanti rad karana rasayana katha. Kapil Dev is telling to Devahuti, in the association of the devotees, Mother, you will receive my potency. Satam prasanga mama virya samvida bhavanti rad karana rasayana katha. Tajjoshanam. And then, apavarga, your path of liberation will be open. And for that process, requisite faith for liberation, then attraction to the process, and then bhakti, anukramashati. So stage-wise, anukramashati means stage-wise. So pratyaksha avagamam is also stage-wise. Dharmyam susukham kartum avyayam. So we cannot just think that chanting Hare Krishna is imagination. Those who don't have brain and no cultivation, no attitude to chant holy name, they do not know chanting holy name is a service to the holy name. Otherwise, atah Krishnasya namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai. Krishna's holy name cannot be perceived by our senses. If you utilize your senses, they will fail to understand the significance of the holy name. Sevanam mukhehi jihvado. Take the holy name as an attitude of service through the tongue. Tasvayam sfuratyamevadya. It will reveal its potency to us. So, efficacy of the holy name cannot be twisted. Krishna and holy name, they are very identical. If Krishna chooses whom to be pleased, he will bestow his mercy to him. Nayamatma na pravachanena labhya athva bahuna shrutena. The spiritual realization does not happen by too much talking. प्रवचन और अथवा बहुधा श्रुतेन. Who gets the benefit of the mercy of the Lord? He who chooses. He who chooses. Means Krishna chooses whom to be merciful. Yeah, you can't twist Krishna's hand being merciful. You can't twist. It is so independent. Swarat, how can you bribe him? Eh? So, all the so-called scholars or educationists even, they try to, show that they are so much graduate and so much important service. I had a disciple, she did her MA, she was desirous to do PhD, and nobody would give her any religious subject to do PhD in Delhi. So she is frustrated. I said, they are ready to offer me to do PhD on the origin and development of Bollywood. Bollywood, Mumbai. This is kind of the subject that they are giving for doing PhD. Evolution of Bollywood. That's stupid. You can imagine the nature of envious people. I said, what good is to do PhD with these guys? But Krishna will provide one day to do so much research in, we have a research institute in Calcutta, Bhaktivedanta Research Institute. Harisori Prabhu started and collecting so many manuscripts, and I said, go there, study, you will be enlivened. So anyway, so these three offenses are generally done by, and then to give mundane interpretation to the holy name, they change the meaning. They change the meaning. Meaning is given by Srila Prabhupada. How could we change it? What is the meaning of chanting Hare Krishna? Prabhupada gave. There are three seeds, Hara, Krishna and Ram. Our approach is to the internal potency, Hara, Srimati Radharani, to teach us how to serve Krishna best. Krishna, who is all attractive and who is the reservoir of all pleasure, how to serve, Radharani knows. So we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Right? Now the seventh offense is then never commit any offense on the strength of the holy name. When we are giving it, you will be taking a vow that you will be chanting 16 rounds every day without fail. And you should never have this idea, now I have finished, now I can do any damn thing. Refrain from it. We are not supposed to do any damn thing on the strength of the holy name. We have to become very malleable and soft-hearted so the love remains sustained. Love of God had remained sustained in our heart. So otherwise, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8 is That chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is something like karmakand. It's a ritualistic process given in the Vedas. How could it be ritualistic process given in the Vedas to satisfy our desire? You are giving commitment of chanting 16 rounds lifelong as a homage to Lord Vishnu. The fire sacrifice, it's a sacrifice. It's a great vow. It takes time to commit these vows, right? If I tell, if you don't take vow and just take initiation, do you think will it be granted? But there will be many jumping up. Oh. That's how traditional Diksha or Brahma Sambandh has been going on. No commitment. But you are doing commitment, lifelong commitment. It's the greatest austerity. To refrain from this purpose of sinful activities will give you liberation. That is guaranteed. And you are ready to commit. It's not an ordinary vow. A great vow. So, we are not ritualistic. We are not doing for the pleasure of yourself or somebody else. There's a yajna for the pleasure of Lord Vishnu, for commitment for the pleasure of Lord Shri Krishna, and for pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, pleasure of the deities, pleasure of the devotees. We are all linked here. So such a great endeavor will be appreciated. Those who do not know the significance of taking the vow will be simply licking the bottle without opening the jar, the lid. So one has to open the lid and start tasting the nectar. But opening the lid means you open your heart, give your vows, and for the satisfaction of the Supreme. All right? The offense number 9 is to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Holy name is very precious. In preaching, if you come across to somebody who is an agnostic, an offensive, get out from there. But do not become obstinate to stick after him and I will pound you or I will make you convert, I will give you conversion. We are not like that. Holy name is very precious. Only it is received that those who are qualified to receive. It's not like that that song, bhajan, Hari naam ke heere moti main bikhraun gali gali. I'm spreading, I'm throwing. Bikhraun means I'm throwing all the jewels. Moti means the pearls of the holy name. Who told you that? Krishna never says that. We are saying that watch out. Don't waste your time, energy, and deliberately get the holy name in a very defensive situation because somebody will be criticizing. It's an opportunity to criticize, isn't it? By inviting somebody, an atheist, and to show him in his throat the holy name. No. As soon as you find out, retreat. Right? So, It's very valuable. Only people who deserve it, they are ready, they will get it. Others, let them look around. 10th offense is that after so many times hearing about the glories of the holy name, and we still keep the material attachment and do not become detached, then it is like Shauchakunjarvat. Take an elephant, he works day and hard, then he goes to the river, sprinkles cool water and refreshes himself. But as soon as he comes out, he throws the dust on his body. So, we are purified by the holy name, but material attachments are like throwing dust again over a clean body. It means Maya is still there. We have to work hard. So, we need support. If you think alone you cannot do, then take help of others. But it is important that you become free in a calculated time. You become free from entanglement of the material. If you are a gentleman, this world is not for you. Get out from this for once and all, never. Yad gatvana nivartante taddhamam paramam mama. You have only one choice, go back home, back to God. And you never come back. So in this way, we have to be very alert about the offenses while we chant and make sure we do not commit knowingly or unknowingly. Of course, pujaris, Prabhus, they know that they cultivate habit. When they do puja and finishing puja, then joins folded hand in front of the deity. Aparad sahasrani kriyante harnisham maya bhasvahamiti mamatva kshamasva madhusudana pratigyatam govinda name bhakta pranashiti iti sansmriti pranani. Because you say that my devotee will never perish. Okay, I accept. I might have committed some, my dear Lord. Please forgive me. That's a good habit. So, second initiate, it's out, you have to learn all the mantras. You have to learn. So, now, the first initiates, pay your obeisance to deities, then Srila Prabhupada, and come here and pay obeisance. And will take your vows, and you can worship the fire and ignite the fire. Then you also go and reconfirm your vows. Okay? Come. उठो, क्या बात है, इतना बड़ा, it's a big temple, everybody can pay obeisance at the temple. Go there and pay obeisances, come here and pay obeisances, then come here and pay obeisances. He needs special invitation. Right in front. Right turn. did you chant?
Huh?
Did you chant anything?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
No, you have to chant the Guru Mantra.
Okay.
Loud enough.
Louder?
I have already put my ear aid and can't hear anything. Don't sing.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhusale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gangavani Vachari Vidishe Dakshinyavada Satyade Harim
Jai.
Shiva Sadhikawach.
Come here. All right. So you are reconfirming your vows. What were the vows? I forgot.
Okay. No meat eating, no gambling,
Oh,
no intoxication,
okay.
no illicit sex.
Good. Then
Chant 16 rounds.
on Ekadashi, 25 rounds.
Okay.
We are increasing on Ekadashi, 25 rounds. Okay, good. All right, sit down.
I'll go around.
Yeah. हरि बोल जय हो गया
नमो विष्णु कृष्ण
Good. गुजराती में कहूँ तो माथू ठोकવું પડે. You have to smash your head. They don't do. They are very, very tricky. So Mata, you promise that you will continue chanting 16 rounds minimum and follow Ekadashi Vrata on 25 rounds. Okay. Now what are the 4 regulatory principles?
No gambling, no illicit sex.
Okay. Krishna bless you. Sit down and we'll give you confirmation. Hari Hari. Oh. Mita. Hari Bol. Oh. Competition. Who is first? Don't fight.
We don't, we're
So you can pay your obeisances. Yeah. Okay, who's first?
it doesn't.
Oh. So, will you chant 16 rounds without fail? Okay. What are the 4 regulatory principles?
No meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling.
Okay. Wow. Oh, here it is.
Yes.
Let me see. Wow. Did you see?
I promise.
Okay. Your new name is Mithilesh Devi Dasi. Who is Mithilesh? Sita. Sita is Mithilesh Devi Dasi. Jai. Ram Rajya. Oh, don't go to Las Vegas, okay? But anyway, they will be opening the temple, installing the deity next year, not this year. Okay, so you also promise chant 16 rounds without fail? Listen, everybody. But she's promising to chant 16 rounds. And what are the 4 regulative principles?
No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication.
And Krishna will bless you. Your new name is Ishani Devi Dasi. Who is Ishani? Lord Shiva's wife.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Okay. Krishna bless you. Yeah. You want me to chant? Okay, together, all right.
Let's chant along with us.
Yeah. We'll do fast, otherwise your fire will slow. ईश्वर परमा कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम चिंतामणि प्रकर सद्मसुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभीर विपालयन्तम लक्ष्मी सहस्र शत संभ्रम सेव्यमानं गोविंदमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं कण्वन्तरवर्विन्द दलायताक्षं बरहावतं समसिताम्बुद सुन्दराङ्गं कंदर्पकोटिकमनीय विशेष शोभम गोविंदमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोल चंद्र कलशध्वन माल्यवंशी रत्नांगदं प्रणय केलिकिलाविलासं श्यामं त्रिभंगललितं नियतप्रकाशं गोविंदमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अंगानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरञ्जीवन्तिम् आनन्द चिन्मय सदुज्ज्वल विग्रहस्य गोविंदमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषौ नवयवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि पन्थास्तु कोटिशतवत्सरसप्रगम्यो वायोरथापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानां स्वप्यस्तिप्रपदविष्यन्ति सत्त्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसौ रचयितुं जगदण्डकोटिं यच्छक्तिरस्ति जगदण्डतया यदन्तः अंडान्तरस्थ परमाणुचयान्तरस्थं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भावभावितधियो मनुजास्तथैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमाशनयानुभूषा शुक्तैरव्यमप्रतिशस्रवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मय रसप्रतिभाविसाभिस्ताभिर्यैव निजरूपतया कलाभि गोलोक एव निवसत्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमाञ्जनच्छुरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्तीं यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि रामादिमूर्तिकलानियमेन तिष्ठन् ज्ञानावतारमकरोद्भवनेषु किन्तु कृष्ण स्वयं समभवत् परमः पुमान्यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिष्वशेष वसुधाति विभूति भिन्नं तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलम् अनन्तम् अशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि माया हि यस्य जगदण्ड शतानि सूते त्रैगुण्य तद्विषय वेद वितायमान सत्त्वावलम्बि परसत्त्वं विशुद्ध सत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनंद चिन्मय रसात्मजासु यः प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतां प्रीत्य लीलायितेन भुवनानि विभक्तं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि निजधाम्नि तले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिधामाशु तेषु तेषु ते ते प्रभाव्य निचया विहिताश्च येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्तिरेका छायेव यस्य भवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि क्षीरं यथा दधि विकार विशेष योगात् संजायते नैततः पृथगस्ति हेतो यः शम्भुतामपि तथा समुपैति कार्यान् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि दीपार्चिरे वहि दशान्तर्मभ्यपेत्य दीपायते विवृत हेतु समान धर्मा यष्टाग्रगे वहि च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यः कार्णनावजले भजति स्म योग निद्रामनन्त जगदण्ड सरोमकूप आधार शक्तिमवलम्ब्य परां स्वमूर्तिं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्यैकनिश्वसति कालवथावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथ विष्णुर्महान् हि यस्य कला विशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि भास्वान् यथा स्म सकलेषु निजेषु तेज स्वीयं कियत् प्रकटत्यापि तत्र ब्रह्मा हि एष जगदण्डस्थानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यदपादपल्लवं विनिधाय कुम्भ वन्दे प्रणाम समयेश गणाधिराज विघ्नान् विहन्तु मर्मलस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अग्निर्महि गगनमम्बोद्मरुद्वसश्च कालस्तथात्ममनसीति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्मात् भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यच्चक्षुरे सविता सकलग्रहाणां राजा समस्तं सर्वमूर्ति सशेष तेजः यस्याज्ञया भवति संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि धर्मो अथ पापनिश्चयस्तु तयस्तपांसि ब्रह्मादिकीटपतगावदयश्च जीवः यद्दत्तमात्र विभव प्रकट प्रभाव गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यस्मेन्द्रगोप अथवेन्द्र महोस्वकर्म बन्धानुरूप फलभाजनमाप्नोति कर्माणि निर्दति किन्तु च भक्तिभाजा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यं क्रोध काम सहज प्रणयादि भीति वात्सल्य मोह गुरु गौरव सेव्य भावै संचिन्त्य तस्य सदृशं तनुमापुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpataravo Dhruma Bhumischinta Mani Ganamaitoyam Amritam Katha Ganam Natyam Gamanam Api Vamsi Priya Sakhi Chidananda Jyotir Paramapi Tadat Swagram Api Cha Sayat Prakshirabi Sravati Surabhischa Sumahan Nimeshar Dakyo Vavrajati Na Yahi Yatrapi Samayah Bhaje Sveta Deepam Tam Naham Gaurakam Nitiyam Vindasakti Kshattah Kshiti Vidalachara Kati Pare Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Chant.
Namo Namo Padaya Namaste Saraswati Deve Bhagavan Acharya Krishna Sampanda Vidyana
Nirdesh Jana Priya Vavashvasa Shajukanmaratha Swaha Vanchakalpadursa Vaishnavadya Namaha
पदान्याय
नमो महाराज कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्वसे नमः पंचतत्व नमामि भक्त शक्ति को हरे कृष्ण करुणा गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते स्वाहा 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 तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावन सतवानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय स्वाहा 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 जयतां सुरतं पंगो मम मंदवतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वब्दाम्बोजो राधा मदन मोहनो स्वाहा 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 देवी वृंदारण्य कल्पप्रमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा गोविंददेव पृष्ठाभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि स्वाहा स्वाहा श्रीमान रासरसा वंशी वटतटस्थितः कर्षण वेणु समेत गोपी गोपीनाथाय श्रीस्तनाथ स्वाहा स्वाहा तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी पुष्पाणुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय स्वाहा स्वाहा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद स्वाहा 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 हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा
नमो ब्रह्मणे देवाय नमो ब्रह्मणे कृष्णाय
जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय
नमो नमः
गोविंदाय नमो नमः
Hare